I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
What's up, everybody? This is the Offscouring Odyssey, back with episode 11. Today we have Chris Molina. He just had his first amateur fight. He won by submission. The man tapped out. And he's a very good friend. We just met actually not too long ago. So I hope you guys take a lot from him, learn through his experiences. He's been through stuff many of us listening have not been through, and I hope you guys can take a lot from it. So what up, Chris? How you doing, brother?
How you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for coming on. It means a lot. I told you.
It means a lot to me, too. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it as well. I'm hyped for this. I never had a MMA fighter on, so this is definitely going to be a journey.
Yep.
So with you growing up, what boosted you to want to become a fighter, and what intrigued you about being a fighter? Because this is something I'm sure you've put a lot of time thinking into.
I don't really know. It's just something that always interested me. Like, you could have 5 TVs in a room, and I was a kid. You have basketball, soccer, football, whatever. Whichever one was like wrestling or boxing, that's what I was paying attention to.
That caught your eye right away?
That caught my eye right away, yeah.
Why do you think that?
I have no idea.
No?
It's just something, I guess, natural in me.
So
I was born with.
When you thought about fighting, did it ever come into in your mind that there could be a shot I get the shit beat out of me? Or did you and get very injured? Or did you never think like that? You always wanted to do it because you just enjoyed the art of fighting.
I just enjoyed the art of it. I'm not like an idiot.
Yeah.
I know I can get hurt.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah, I know I can get hurt fighting. I know there's always going to be someone bigger and better. But I just loved learning how to do certain things. Learning how to beat someone up. Learning how to punch correctly. Learning how to kick correctly. Knee correctly. Elbow. Take somebody down.
Learning all the different techniques.
Yeah.
And at what age did you start actually learning all of this?
I was 11 years old.
What did you start out with when you first
started out with boxing? It was boxing, then judo, then jiu-jitsu, then kickboxing, all around the same time period.
And how long did that last where you were doing all these fighting styles? A few years? Where?
Well, I started when I was 11, there was a gym not right by my house, maybe 10-minute drive away, called Liberty Boxing.
Okay.
And I would beg my mom every time we drove by there. It was right by the Target on the Black Horse Pike. It was like, please sign me up. Please sign me up. I want to go. She's like, I don't know.
And you were 11 years old?
I was 10. They opened up when I was 10. I signed up when I was 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would just beg her, and I took matters into my own hands. One day I saw on Facebook they had a little page. I looked it up. I put my name and number down, and they called me. And, I'm 11 years old. I have a little girl voice at the time.
Yeah.
So they called me hi, I'm here to talk to Chris Molina. And my little kid voice, I'm like, yeah, this is Chris. They were like, oh, okay.
Didn't expect such a young kid.
Yeah, they probably thought I was a grown man. I told them what goes on, what I was trying to do and stuff like that. I told my mom, yo, you have to take me here. I have an appointment.
What was her response?
She's like, you did this by yourself? I'm like, yeah. I told you I wanted you to sign me up.
Yeah.
So I go there, meet the trainers that were there at the time. We set up my first, training session with this guy. His name's John Pertelli. I haven't talked to him in years, but he's a great guy. All his kids are some savages. I see them all on Instagram just beating people up. So I had my first boxing session with him, and that's how it all started.
From there, it just sprouted and grew from there?
Yep.
And what's your favorite type of fighting style? Because I know there's a mix.
So many. I like the Western style kickboxing, Dutch style. So it's like Muay Thai, but better, in my opinion.
And for people listening, what exactly is the Dutch Muay Thai? Muay Thai,
yeah.
What is that type of fighting style, and how is that different from per se kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling? What's so different, and why do you think you like it much more than the others?
Well, I like it better than traditional Muay Thai. I love Muay Thai, but traditional Muay Thai, you take a lot of damage. It's more about it's who's tougher, and that you will never last. You won't be able to make a career out of it.
No, is it?
There's people that do it, but for me, I feel like I'm putting my body through so much.
Yeah.
Doing traditional Muay Thai, where I can learn Dutch style Muay Thai is more intelligence, head movement, getting out of the way, more setups, just smarter way of fighting.
So are you a big man on strategy when you go into fights? Do you have a game plan before you go in there and you're about to enter war? Like,
Not necessarily.
no, you're just in the
I just
moment?
go there, yeah, because you can go there with a game plan. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah.
So
Then shit gets real.
yeah, and then you get punched in the face. You're like, this plan isn't working. You got to be able to adapt and figure out on your own.
Quick reflexes. You have to be able to do it on the spot.
Not even just reflexes. Fighters call it fight IQ. Like you have to be able to just figure out what's going on your own.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And it's all in the moment as well. So
Yeah.
that's very. But do you think after so many like times doing it and throughout all the years, it's almost like natural for you now to just be able to do that on the spot like that? And you probably have a lot of tricks up your sleeves to where like in any situation, do you have like 4 or 5 things like you think you can do in the moment?
Yeah. That's actually kind of what messes me up though. Like having so many options.
Oh, because you're thinking so much on what you should do?
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to work on. Like with my coach, my personal coach who I work with all the time, we do one-on-one sessions. He'll show me all these options and I'm like, just scrambled. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
So he'll break it down for me like, just do this one right now. Just focus on this one.
And you'll do that?
And I'll do that one. Yeah, after I say that. After he says it.
Now you just have to get to the point where you can decide what to do right on the spot and do that, execute it the same way your coach tells you?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you're growing up, who are some of the people you're idolizing in the fight game to not be like, but you want to be in their position in the future at least?
Well, as a kid, I saw Anderson Silva.
Okay.
He's the man. He was my first like person I wanted to be like. And right now, you have to mention Conor McGregor. Like
of course.
Right now, he's kind of annoying, like on social media, like just with the call outs and the trash talking and stuff like that, because you haven't fought in so long. And I'm not one to talk because I only have one fight under my belt.
Hey man, you're beginning your journey. Yeah. It's all right.
But what he did in the sport of martial arts was unheard of. He came in, changed the game, and left.
Well,
and everyone, household names, people that have never stepped foot in a gym know who Conor McGregor is.
What do you think makes him stick out so much more than other fighters?
His personality, his charisma, and everything he said he was going to do, he did.
He lived up to the expectations he was put upon himself, right? Yeah. And do you think he has a shot coming back and doing what he does best?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. It's hard to say because when you have all that money, you really don't have to fight anymore. You go to the gym because you love it.
Yeah.
I think he truly loves martial arts and he truly loves fighting. I don't know if he'll love competing again.
Like chasing that belt?
Yeah.
You per se, like that, like having the heart to go for it all?
I'm sure he has the heart for it, but I don't know if
the chase is there.
Yeah.
Because he's already secured it all.
He's waking up in yachts in the Mediterranean Sea with his wife, his kids, sun shining down on him. He's wearing Versace swim shorts. Like
he's living the best life.
Yeah, come on. You don't want to go to a gym and get your ass beat for 2 hours.
He trains on the yacht. I peeped that. He'll do.
Yeah, I remember. I saw like a year ago when he was training for his third fight with Dustin Poirier. He's training in like the middle of Dubai on a yacht.
It's like
shorts.
Yeah, it's uncalled for. Like it's like fuck you money. That's what it is. It's fuck you money.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants whenever he wants. So as you're growing up, you're doing all these different styles of fighting. At what moment did you realize you could potentially make this a career of yours? Or attempt to make it a career of yours because you love it so much?
It's not so much I realized, it's just what I wanted. Like that's what I wanted to do.
From the time you started?
Yeah. I never wanted to work at a job or sit at an office and have a boss or it was never me. A 9-to-5 job was never for me.
You wanted to make your own life. Your own money on your own.
I just wanted to do what I love. I love training. I love learning. Love fighting.
How many hours are you in the gym for training?
On average, it all depends. Sometimes I train multiple times a day. I was training like 2 hours in the morning, take a break, another 2 hours at night, on top of the lifting weights.
Yeah, I see you at the gym every day. Yeah. You're always there.
Yeah.
You're consistently working.
Yeah.
And
trying.
Was there a time where you had a job and it was like interfering with all of this? Because I'm sure you had to.
Well, when I was in college, it interfered a lot.
Okay. And you're out of college now?
Yeah, I only did like 2.5 years. I got my associates and I didn't go back.
Okay. What'd you go for?
Business science.
Business science?
Yeah.
Damn. Props to you, bro.
I wanted to do accounting and finance, but I didn't get a high enough grade in my accounting 2 class. So.
Screw that, man. Accounting's hard. Accounting's hard. I was telling this man not to do it.
Yeah, it's hard. So if that's what you want to do, go ahead.
I'm done.
So, what type of training do you do? Because I'm going to lead up to how you had your fight and what training you did specifically for the fight. But in the beginning, say about a year ago, what was your training like? What were you preparing for, not knowing what was ahead of you in your time?
I was injured a year ago.
Okay, and
so
what
I
was
was
injury?
really partial tear in my MCL, and while I was healing that up, still training like a dumbass. Doctor told me not to. I suffered an injury to my left knee. It was a ruptured bursa sac.
What the?
I couldn't walk for like 6 days.
Really?
Yeah.
And why? Just because you were putting so much pressure on it because you couldn't really do it the right way?
Nah, I blocked the kick. And
oh.
So the bursa sac, if I could be wrong saying this. This is what I remember the doctor telling me. It's like a sac of fluid in your joints. It's almost like a cushion almost.
Okay. And
like a lot of construction guys that like work on their knees or plumbers or whatever, they wear knee pads because they get this thing called bursitis where the knee just blows up.
Wow.
So that's literally what happened to me. I blocked this kick. 6 hours later, it looked like I had a bowling ball in my knee.
Really?
Yeah.
And you couldn't walk for 6 days?
Nope. Went to the ER. They gave me an x-ray. It wasn't broken. 2 days later, I went to the sports doctor at Rothman. Gave me an MRI. Thought it was a PCL tear.
Okay.
And thankfully, it wasn't any of that. It was just a bursa sac.
Yeah, thank the Lord, bro. That could have been a really bad injury, huh?
Yeah, thank God.
So, speaking about injuries, how many have you...
To answer your question, when I'm training...
Okay, yes.
We got sidetracked. When I'm training, I just train. I go there when I'm training with my coach one-on-one. We'll run combinations and sequences, different movements and stuff like that, different patterns. Then I have my judo training, which is just learning different throws, different setups to take people down. Basically about it.
And how often are you sparring? Like having a...
about once a week.
Once a week you spar?
It all depends on... Like, for my fight, I'd sparred twice a week, but nothing hard, nothing crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I hear a lot of, like, UFC fighters, some of them, like, don't like sparring at all. You'll hear some who spar once a week, and then you'll hear others who spar, like, maybe the week prior just to get, like, in that feel, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you think the sparring does for you, on the other hand?
I like sparring, but I spar differently than other people.
Okay. Well,
I don't like... People treat sparring like it's a fight, which might work for some people, but if I'm sparring, I want to do what I was taught that day.
Okay.
I want to work on setting it up. And it's kind of frustrating sometimes working with these people who are actually treating sparring like they're fighting.
Yeah.
Kicking me as hard as they can, punching me as hard as they can.
Like that's not what I'm here to do. I'm trying to be better.
Yeah, I just train differently. Like, the way I go about sparring and training is different than most people.
Okay. And do you think that that's a part of why you stick out differently than others?
I wouldn't say I stick out differently than others, but I don't know how to word it.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question that you may want to say you stick out more than others.
Yeah.
Say a promotion company or a company, say the UFC comes to you.
Yeah.
And they're like, why should we choose you over this fighter or these set of fighters? What makes you stick out rather than the other fighters they put on the lineup in front of your face? Why should they choose you rather than other fighters?
I wouldn't even answer that question. I would just be like, let me fight them, and I'll show you.
Let me show you my fight.
Yeah.
You walk the walk and talk the talk.
I don't like to talk. I don't like talking trash or like, if I have to explain to you why you should pick me, then I don't even really want you to pick me.
You want to get in there and just beat the shit out of them.
I just want to get in there and do it.
Yeah,
I just want to get in there and do my thing.
Bro, all props to you, man. All props to you. That's a real fucking warrior. So, what's your diet like? What do you eat? Because I see you be posting like steaks. You a big steak guy? Big carnivore?
I love steaks. I wouldn't say carnivore because I really eat whatever I want.
Okay.
But for breakfast, I try not to eat any carbs.
No carbs at all.
They just slow me down.
I feel you on that.
The only carbs I'll get are like a little bit of sugar that I put in my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'll eat 6 eggs for breakfast, a little bit of cheese, a steak or a piece of salmon, and around lunchtime I'll eat some fruit, oatmeal maybe. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. And nothing. What for dinner? Nothing for dinner?
For dinner, I'll go Chick-fil-A. I don't whatever I'm in the mood for. I'll eat dinner.
So your diet, you don't like have a strict diet, especially. What about when you're in preparation for a fight? Do you have?
I eat whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I never heard about that. I always thought like fighters always had a diet they followed until they had to cut that weight the last.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's also like I'm broke right now. You know what I mean? I can't afford a dietitian or a nutrition specialist or whatever. I just eat whatever I want. As long as I'm on weight, I don't really care.
As long as you get by.
Yeah,
if you get by, bro, you're going to be able to get that nutritionist or dietitian. Like,
Yeah.
It's going to come.
Yeah.
With your skill in fighting.
I try to eat a lot of protein, though. I try to get like 200 grams of protein a day.
And how much do you weigh?
Around like 165, 170.
And you fought at 155, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna transition a little bit about your first fight.
Yeah.
What was your mindset going into it first? I'm a big guy on mindset. I like the mindset of Navy SEALs, UFC fighters, wrestlers. Like I said in the gym, you guys have all the respect for me. I think fighting and football, but fighters especially, go through hell, and you guys earn all the respect you got.
Yeah.
What is your mindset knowing this is your first fight? I'm about to go in this octagon and beat the shit out of this guy.
I was just excited.
Just excited?
I was just excited, yeah.
What?
I wasn't really super nervous. Like, so the moment my coach texted me saying, like, yeah, you got your first fight coming up about 6 weeks from now.
Okay.
I was in the middle of the gym lifting weights, and I just got a surge of, like, adrenaline. And I was like, I left the gym because I wasn't going to waste my adrenaline on these weights. So I was like, I'm so excited right now. I was mostly just excitement.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get out there, and it's a dream of mine, you know?
Yeah.
Even though it's an amateur fight, you know,
it's a start,
still
bro.
a dream of mine.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to just get in there and fight.
Wow.
Wasn't really super nervous, never really scared.
Never at all? Well, I wouldn't suppose you'd be scared, bro. You want to do this, you know? You want to actually live this life. You want to go in there and be the man everyone looks at and cheers for.
Right.
Like, I'm sure you're not going to be nervous. Now, what happens because I know you guys need to get in the zone. How do you enter that level of, like, do not fuck with me type level? Like, I'm trying to see what your mindset is like, say, like 2 weeks prior. This stuff's getting closer. You're about to go to war in this octagon where you can't walk out. There is no turning around. You're just energetic, ambitious about it?
Just hanging out.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I try not to think about it.
Not at all?
I try not to think about it. Because when you think about it, your mind is either your best friend or your worst enemy.
Mm-hmm. But couldn't have said it better.
Sometimes my mind is my worst enemy. So I just try not to think about it.
Huh.
I hang out with the girl I'm with right now. She'll distract me. I hang out with my friends, listen to music, hang out with my niece and my nephew. Just try not to think about it.
What about when that all goes away and you're walking down the...
And it's go time.
It's go time?
Then it's go time, yeah.
Like we're ready to go to war?
Yeah. Then I'm ready to just do what my coach has taught me, listening to music, just ready to go.
Do you zone out everyone around you when you're in that moment?
When I was getting my hands wrapped, yeah.
Okay.
When I was getting my hands wrapped, I was really just focused on what I was doing, running sequences in my head, listening to music.
What type of music you like?
I like all music, but I was listening. There's some songs that like take me back and just make me like angry. Like, they remind me of stuff that I've been through as a kid, and it just takes me to that place. Just builds up this rage in me.
Do you think that's a huge reason of who you are today and why you do what you do is because you've been through stuff many others haven't, and you want to take this out and just show the world like who you are? You want to be this man going in there and coming out on top as you were, and I'm sure you will going forward.
Right.
Do you think everything you've been through in life and life in general has fueled you to be the person you are today and the fighter you are today?
I'd say that.
Yeah.
But I think I would be the person I am whether I've been through this or not.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I've been through what I've been through or not.
Do you think it adds more fuel though? Like more push.
Yeah.
More push to like, let's fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh. Because I realize like a lot of people with your similar mindset, like Navy SEALs especially as well, and people within the military service or fighters in general, they all seem like they've been through shit or been through life harder than others. And in my eyes, like it does suck when it happens, but at the end of the day, that's making you who you are, and
making you tougher.
It's making you tougher.
Mentally tougher.
Mentally tougher as a person. You're overcoming all these challenges, becoming a stronger human being.
Yeah.
Do you think that it helps you be a stronger human being at the end of each day?
Yeah, for sure. Mentally,
Mm-hmm.
like there's not a lot of stuff that can break me. Like mentally, like a girl breaks up with me, okay, whatever.
Like move on with life.
I've had worse happen to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be upset because you didn't text me back. Come on, like
Be a man. You gotta be a man about it.
Yeah, it just makes you a man, and that happened to me at a very young age. So
Hey, all respect to you, man.
Yeah.
All respect. Now, when you're in the moment of your first fight, what's going on? So you shake hands with him, I believe. Did you
No,
shake hands?
no.
Oh, I think I swear I saw that.
well, we So when I got to the venue,
Okay.
I got there around like 5 o'clock. That's when the fighters were supposed to be there. The way it was set up was you have like the arena with the cage and everything, seats set up all around.
Mhm.
And then you have an upstairs part where the entrance is for all the viewers.
Okay.
You have a red corner and a blue corner. I go up to the guy who's running everything. I'm like, where do the fighters go? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, just go upstairs. So I walk upstairs and I'm looking around. I'm like, this must be the red corner.
Okay.
So as I'm walking downstairs to go walk over to the other side to the blue corner, the guy I'm fighting is walking up.
How was that interaction?
He tried not to look at me. I was just like kind of made him give me a fist bump. And
Yeah.
went on about my day. But before the fight, I didn't shake hands.
Huh.
And
Did he go to shake hands or no?
for the fight,
Yeah.
No.
No, neither of you.
well, they don't have us come to the middle
Okay.
to
To meet
like
up.
go over the rule. Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't have us do that. A lot of times, fighters will come out and they'll like reach hands out, touch gloves, and then it's time to go. But I wasn't gonna do that.
So the moment fight starts,
Yeah.
run me through what was going on in the moment. Because it was only a
So
minute.
much.
It was only a minute 3 seconds, right?
Yeah.
'Cause he tapped
There's
out.
so much going through my head.
Tell me
So
about it.
as I'm getting my hands wrapped, one of the trainers from my gym, he wasn't in my corner, but he's like an affiliate of the gym. He was wrapping my hands. He's like, I'm so excited for you, man. Like, you have no idea, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then my other coach is right there too. Like my coach.
Okay.
His name's Anthony Terrell, by the way.
Anthony Terrell.
Yeah. He the guy who's wrapping my hands, he's like, I'm so excited for you. What's the first thing you want to hit him with? I was like, I want to jab him. He's like, you want to jab him? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna jab him hard. he was
Okay.
like, where? I was like, his face.
Oh god.
And then my coach was like, this dumbass went against everything I taught him.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean, bro? I was like, I've been thinking about jabbing this guy in his face for 2 weeks straight, and now you're telling me not to do it? They were basically saying, like, you don't want to jab him hard with your first punch because then he's going to know you can hit hard, and then he's not going to want to really engage with you, blah, blah, blah. It's going to kind of throw you off.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, now I don't know what to do because I want to jab this guy, and you're telling me not to jab him.
Last minute.
Yeah, literally last minute. So you watch the fight. We like circle around a little bit, and I'm in front of him, and the jab's open.
Okay.
I see the jab right there, and I'm like, do I throw it anyway and piss off my coaches, or do I just still feel it out a little bit?
Yeah.
And while all that's going on in my head, that's when he like swarms in with these 2 haymakers, and then
Boom.
I'm on the fence. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
And when you made him tap out, what was the moment in your head then? Because
I didn't know he tapped out. I thought the ref was just coming in to break the fight. I thought it was
Oh.
like a TKO or something. Because
Yeah.
he wasn't doing anything. So that was that. And I was pissed.
Really?
I was pissed.
You wanted to keep going.
Not that I wanted to keep going, I was just mad because a couple of things happened before the fight that I don't really want to get into it, but I was just pissed.
Okay.
I was pissed.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hey.
When my coach was taking my gloves off, he was like, you did it. I was like, fuck them. I said it like 100 times.
Yeah, you just wanted to fucking go at it.
Yeah, I was just mad. I don't know why. I'm still mad thinking about it. It still pisses me off.
You got to use that though. Continue.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back in there, man.
When do you think your next one is? Your next fight?
I don't know.
You don't know. You got to wait till it comes about.
Yeah, until somebody hits me up.
Okay. So what happens? You win. How'd you celebrate? What'd you do? How'd you feel? What went on afterwards?
I said what's up to I had a few of my cousins. Well, a lot of my cousins were there. A couple of my friends. A couple guys from Edge.
Okay.
They were there.
What's his name? Andrew and Justin were there,
Andrew and
right?
Justin
Yeah,
were
they're
there,
my
yeah.
boys. They're my boys.
Yeah, shout out to them. Said what's up to everybody. There was 2 people. And it was like an emotional moment, like seeing them, because those are the people, they were there when I first started training. I was like 11, 12. And they've seen like the struggles I've had growing up.
Yeah, they witnessed it.
They've literally seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
So seeing them and they were crying and I was like, damn, I was like now I'm crying.
At the moment, it's all.
Yeah, it was emotional seeing them there and like seeing them get emotional because they really understand like what I've been through and how I don't want to say how far I've come, but it's definitely.
They see what you've seen. They see what you've been through, and they understand it.
Yeah, so they know how much it meant to me.
And was it good having them there, be there for you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
The one guy, I only wrestled 1 year in high school, but my first wrestling match, he made sure he was there. He took off and went to watch me wrestle. And same thing, my first MMA fight, he was there. And then my first pro fight,
he'll be there.
He'll be there, yeah.
And how long, it's very early on, but how long do you think you'd want to do this? As long as you can? Is there a certain age you'd like to? As long as you can?
I'm going to train forever. I'm going to train forever.
Yeah.
Fighting is different than training.
Because there's a lot of stuff that comes with it.
Yeah.
Is your goal to make it to the UFC?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Absolutely.
They're different in there, man. They're different. You are too.
Yeah.
You got to think like that. You got to know, but I know you know that as well.
Yeah, as long as I just keep on training, I mean.
It'll come. It'll come.
Yeah.
I actually just saw, do you know a guy with the last name Pfeiffer?
Yeah.
He fought last night.
He trains at one of the gyms I train at in Philly.
Okay, yeah. He fought last night, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, did you see that?
Yeah.
Boom. With the left hook.
Insane.
Nuts. So doesn't he get signed now? He was in the... Everyone who wins gets signed to...
I don't think it's everyone who wins. I think it's whoever impresses Dana White the most. I've never watched the Contender Series.
Okay.
I don't know how it works. But I know if you do good enough, you're going to get signed to the UFC.
Well, did you listen to what... did you hear what Dana said at least?
Yeah, he was like, be like
Pfeiffer. Yeah, if you want to make the UFC. So, respect to you, man. Props to you.
Yeah, shout out to you. You did a great job.
Have you ever trained with him?
I've seen him in the training room. I actually ran into him at Edge one time.
Okay.
I was wearing one of my shirts from my judo school. He came up to me asking me about it. Probably doesn't remember me, but it was like last summer.
Hey, man, you never know.
Yeah, but I've seen him in the gym a whole bunch of times. I've seen him train, seen him spar. He's a killer. Everybody in that gym's a killer. Even the people that don't fight. Killers.
They're all killers?
Yeah.
How is the environment in those gyms? Because me personally, you know...
That gym specifically, it's insane.
The one in Philly, right?
Yeah.
What's that called?
Marquez MMA.
Marquez MMA. Yeah. What's the environment in there? What's the environment and what you're around?
Bunch of hustlers.
Bunch of grinders?
Yeah.
Bunch of killers.
Killers, yeah. A lot of killers. Sean Brady's there. I think he's 15-0 as a pro. He's in the UFC. He's fighting Bilal Muhammad. October 22nd, I think the date is. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Sometime in October.
He's like 7th or 8th ranked, right? I noticed that.
I think so. He might be number 7.
He's in there at least. He's up there.
He should be higher. He
hasn't lost.
He hasn't lost. He's never lost a fight ever. As an amateur to a pro. Never lost a fight.
How come you don't think he's ranked higher? Just how...
I don't know.
No?
Just how the rankings are.
Yeah. I heard when he grips someone, you can't get away from him. That's what I heard from him.
I wouldn't know. I try to stay away from him.
Yeah.
I've never sparred him. I've never even shook his hand.
Nah.
I just see him there.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy being in their presence.
Yeah, I really can't relate. How is it in the moment? Like, what's the feeling like? Knowing, like, you're in front of these guys.
It's like, damn, I'm sitting next to a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it's like, sitting next to, like, a celebrity. Like,
just a normal person.
Sitting next to your favorite, like, artist, musician or whatever.
Same feeling?
For me, it's more, I feel like a little kid again.
You probably do, bro. You probably do. These people...
Pat Sabatini's also there. He's undefeated in the UFC. I have sparred him.
How was that?
Kicked my ass.
Really?
Yeah. You see in my fight poster in the blue picture on Instagram that I had?
Yeah.
I have a little black eye right here on the corner of my eye. That's from Pat.
Oh,
yeah, he kicked my ass.
What do you think?
He hit me so hard I forgot what day it was.
Really?
Yeah.
You, like, just lost it?
It was a Wednesday.
Damn.
It was a Wednesday morning sparring. I spar him. I think he was like we do 5-minute rounds in the sparring.
Yeah.
I think it was like my 3rd or 4th sparring round. Sparring with him. He cracks me hard. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, just get back to it. On the way home, I'm like talking to myself in my head. I'm like, damn, I got to go to judo tonight. Like, I don't know if my gi, the uniform we wear is called a gi.
Yeah.
For judo. I was like, I don't know if my gi is clean. And I look at my phone. I'm like, wait a minute, it's Wednesday. It's like, I don't have judo tonight.
No.
I thought it was Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah.
He made you lose track of the day.
But listen to this.
Okay.
So, me and my mom were supposed to get dinner that night. She's like trying to figure out where we should go. I was like, oh, let's go to Cinder Bar.
Okay.
She's like, oh, it might be busy. I was like, I don't think it'll be busy. It's Tuesday night.
Oh my God, that was the day prior. Oh my
I was all over the place.
Man.
Yeah.
And it was all just from that one hit?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it the force behind it? Like,
I don't know. He just hit me hard. Cracked me hard.
What do you think, since you actually, like, you sparred against this guy, you've you have an experience for sure.
Yeah.
What's the difference between you two? Like, do you see like where you have to be at that level? What do you think the difference?
Right now, I'm nowhere near where he is.
But what do you think
come close.
the difference is between you two?
It's experience.
There's over time. It comes with time.
Yeah, and I think he's been training since he was a kid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like maybe 10 years older than me. I'm not too sure how old he is, but he's just an absolute savage.
They're all savages. You guys are all savages.
Yeah.
This is a big question of mine, and I honestly don't know because I'm a pussy or not.
Yeah.
But like, say you got your shit rocked by what's his last name?
Sabatini. Yeah.
Like, doesn't that shit hurt? Like when you're getting just punched in the face, punched in different parts of your body. Like, how do you you're just used to it over the years?
Yeah, you build like a tolerance to it. Like
So,
it hurt, but
you just wipe it off, go back to it.
yeah, you just get tougher.
See, but if you say
It's
that,
like think about it like this: like when you're a kid and you scrape your knee,
yeah,
you run to your mom crying.
Mhm.
She has to kiss for you, blah blah blah. You get a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
You scrape your knee now, you're like, okay,
whatever.
it's whatever.
That's just how it is with.
It's like that with punching. Like
Oh,
I'm sure the first time I ever got punched, it hurt really bad. Actually, my first street fight, I cried.
wow.
Yeah, and
Now it doesn't even phase you.
you hit me as hard as you want. I bet money I won't cry.
Wow.
I'll probably go to sleep. I
Yeah.
won't cry.
Wow. You just put that in a great way. No one's ever put it that way.
Yeah.
Wow. Props to you, man. Because I know that shit. You callous yourself almost. It's like you're building a.
Yeah. You
Callous.
just get tougher. You get harder.
Props to you, man.
Yeah.
All props. So, what are your steps right now? Like, you want to get your journey going. You want to get your career building. What do
Yeah.
you want to try to do on your end to get that going? Just continue
Just keep
fighting?
on training. That's
Is
the
there
only
any-
way. Just keep on training.
Is there anything in the background you have to take care of, or you just do your game, you do you, let the rest of it settle out?
What do you mean the background?
Like, are you reaching out to promotion companies?
Nah.
Are you reaching out?
I'm not doing that.
They
I'm
just come to you. They see you.
I'm
for
just
what you're
training.
for.
I'm
Huh.
just training.
That's all you love doing, training,
Yeah.
training.
That's all I want to do. I'll die in the gym. That's all I want to do.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
All you guys say the same thing. Like when I hear like interviews, like you
Yeah.
guys really do love it that much. You're just living there.
Yeah, it's I haven't been there like since I fought. I've only trained twice at my judo school, but I think Thursday or Friday I'll be back. Tomorrow or Friday I'll be back
And
with striking.
When you go back, are you going back every day again?
Yeah.
Yeah?
My coach told me to take a week off. Now it's looking like 2 weeks. But
Do you think you need that though?
yeah, I mean, you hear a lot of people. They're like, "Oh, I'll win a fight and then I'm right back in the gym on Monday." That's cool. That's
Mhm.
good. I like to have fun.
Yeah,
I like to,
you got life to live.
Yeah, like I wanted to spend some time with my niece and nephew.
Mhm.
Got dinner with my mom the other night. Just hanging out, seeing my friends. I didn't really get to hang out with my friends a whole lot since my fight got booked.
Well, you were fucking getting
So,
ready, man.
Yeah, so
I'm sure they respected that.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
No alcohol or nothing.
Straight clean.
Yeah,
Do you prefer? I mean, I'm not even going to ask that. I'll fade away from that because
What?
I was going to ask, like, do you smoke weed? Do you do all that? And do you have to cut that out when you're in preparation?
nah, I don't really.
No?
I'll eat like if I'm hurt, I'll eat like an edible gummy.
Okay. So, like,
But-
soothe the pain?
Just fall asleep.
Okay. Are you, that's actually a big thing. Are you someone who's on track with your sleep? Because I know.
Not at all.
Really?
Not at all.
Because I understand a lot of fighters do that.
Yeah.
They are on track with their sleep. They're even like, who's the guy with the rainbow hair? Big Nelk guy.
Sean O'Malley?
Sean O'Malley, yeah. When he is prepping for a fight, he's so dialed into his sleep. He knows how much caffeine he has to take in the morning.
Yeah.
So when he goes to sleep, the caffeine's worn off 100% complete. He's a big guy who praises that sleep is like a drug
Yeah.
no one else like knows about.
Sean Brady was talking about that in an interview, I think about a year ago. Like when it's fight time, like he's in fight camp, he's really like focusing on sleep, but I don't really do that.
No.
Yeah, I'll fall asleep at like 4 a.m, wake up at 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you gotta get
It's not good, I know.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
get
good.
some sleep, man.
I know. Trust me, I know.
It'll come. You're living life,
Yeah.
bro. You're still what, 23, 22?
Yeah, I'm 23.
Yeah, you're still young. You
Yeah.
got a whole fucking life to live.
Like I'll be at I'll be at my girl's house. Well, I hope her dad doesn't listen to this, but we'll be hanging out till like 5 a.m, and I'll have to drive home before he goes to work.
Oh.
It's like a 30-minute drive, so I'll be home. I'll probably fall asleep at 6, wake up at 8:30, cook my breakfast, and then
2.5 hours.
yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't watch
I hope
this.
he doesn't watch it.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right. What is your opinion on like fighter pay? Because I know that's a big controversy within the UFC and fighting in general, and I understand like a lot of people like within the UFC might leave to another organization because they're paid better. What do you think and feel about fighters pay?
I really don't know. I don't really pay attention to fighters pay.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. I know some fighters get paid millions of dollars a fight. Some fighters get paid $50,000 a fight, and if you're a newer guy, you'll get paid like $10,000 a fight.
Yeah.
I think it's just like a job.
You work your way up.
Yeah, you get hired. A year you get a promotion. 2 years you get a promotion.
But does it come as a problem? Like these fighters, 'cause I understand, like you said, at some point when you get higher, like in this, you're gonna need a dietitian. What is it? Dietitian, like a nutritionist. You'll like. Do you need certain trainers for certain fighting styles, or does your trainer do all of it? Like have a sense of all what it's about, or do you need certain people for certain things?
My personal coach, he has a base in everything.
Okay.
He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, has judo experience, sambo experience, which is similar to judo.
Sambo.
Yeah. It's like Russian. It's cool. I like sambo. Kickboxing, boxing. So I work with him on everything. So I train at different schools. Like I have my judo school that I train at.
Mm-hmm.
I train at another gym, which is jiu-jitsu, and they have some kickboxing there. And I train with him, and he kind of just blends it all together for me.
Okay. He has it all in one.
Like he'll tell me how to use my boxing to set up my kickboxing, how to use my kickboxing to set up my grappling, how to use my grappling to set up my judo, how to use my judo to set up my strikes. Yeah.
Okay, use it all together.
Pieces it all together. That's actually how I like kind of started working with him. Like when I first started training with him about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, he was like, throw everything out the window. I'm going to teach you boxing right now. And I have boxed before, like not like any fights, but I've done boxing classes before with other coaches. So he's like, throw everything out the window. I'm teaching you boxing. Once he felt I was comfortable enough with that, we started incorporating kicks. Once we started doing that, we started doing knees. We started doing that, we started doing grappling.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a smart way to do it, though.
Yeah, he really broke it down for me, helped me out.
He's making sure you're doing everything exactly right.
But I still think it's good. It's good to train strictly judo and then strictly jiu-jitsu, strictly boxing, strictly kickboxing.
Mm-hmm.
And then just, you got to learn how to combine it all together, too.
Yeah, I'm sure that's fucking hard.
Well, he makes it easy for me. Like,
yeah.
He's so, like, scientific.
And his name's Anthony Torelli, right?
Anthony Terrell.
Terrell.
Yeah.
Huh. Put him on the map, bro. You got to put him on the map.
Yeah, trust me, I will. He's already on the map. He's, like...
Very well known?
8-2 as a pro.
Oh, so he fights as well.
He fought. I don't think he's going to fight again. I want him to so bad. I really want him to fight so bad. Like, I'll be watching a UFC fight, like, preliminary card. Under guys that just got signed, maybe. And I'm watching them fight. And this isn't a knock to any of them. If you're in the UFC, you're already amazing. You're already great.
Yeah.
But I watch them, and I'm like, my coach would F these guys up.
Really?
Like, he needs to get in there. Yeah. I tell him all the time.
Why is he
I was drunk as hell after the venue, after my fight. I go up to him, I'm like, you need to fight again, bro. I was drunk. I was like, I need to see you fight, man. I was like, I hate watching these UFC fighters, and I look at you, I'm like, you can kill these guys.
You should be in that position.
Yeah.
Why does he want to fight?
He's just he just opened up his gym. It's called Art of Movement.
Okay.
I believe in January.
He's trying to get that going?
He's trying to get that going, yeah. And it's going. He's doing good.
Sounds great,
really
bro.
Good, yeah.
Sounds great. I got to meet this guy. I like to talk to him.
Yeah, he's the man, for sure. He's the man you want to talk to. He's what I am, like, him and I mesh. Okay. We have a lot of the same personality. It's funny.
You guys go hand in hand?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to meet him, bro. You got to
He puts me in check, though. He makes sure I'm not.
You need someone like that, though, man. That's a coach who puts you in check, who also is like
he makes sure I'm good on and off the mat.
That's perfect. And do you think that's what a coach should be like?
Absolutely. I mean, every coach I've ever had, not every coach I've ever had, every coach I've ever stuck with, they all had the same, almost, I don't want to say personality, but same intention with their students. Mm-hmm. Like, they want to make sure they're good in life, not just in the training room.
That's how you should be, though. Yeah. They should give you like a life lesson as well as like your sports lesson. Yeah. You know? And I'm sure with fighting in general, you learn a lot of life lessons as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
That comes with any sport, but especially fighting, I'm sure it does.
Yeah, you learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah. It's you against you.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I do like about fighting in general at all. Like, there is no team. Like, you have a team who trains you and everything, but in the moment, it's you against you.
It's just you, yeah.
Do you think that's a huge reason why you like it so much? It's because, like, you don't got to rely on anyone. You got to rely on yourself, and you trust yourself enough to get to that level. Yeah. That's a big aspect of it to you?
Yeah, absolutely. It just makes me a better person, I feel like.
For sure.
Because I could be playing basketball on a team with LeBron.
Yeah. But
am I really doing much?
Yeah, not much at all.
Am I really getting better?
And fighting, it's all on you.
It's all on you.
All props. That's what Ty Whalen said the same thing. He loves that part of it.
I don't even know who that is.
He was one of the guests on here. He wrestles. He's going to Princeton.
Oh yeah.
But he holds himself accountable. It's the one thing he likes is that, like, you have to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
You can't, like, blame this on your mom, blame this on your coach. At the end of the day, it's all on you.
No excuses.
Hey, I love the mindset, man. I love the mindset. And talking about the mind, what do you have to say about, like, CTE with fighters? Like, do you ever worry about that? Do you think that has a play in what your future holds upon you?
Yeah. So that's part of the reason why, like, remember I was saying I don't really like to spar super hard.
Yeah.
You don't get, like, from Muhammad Ali. He didn't get Parkinson's in his boxing matches. He got it in the gym.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Well, it's not science. It's not, like, a fact, but that's just what I believe.
Yeah.
How many times are you fighting a year? 3, 4, 5 times?
Yeah.
How many days of the year are you training? Sparring.
It all comes from the actual practicing and all the training.
All the sparring hard, all the shots you take.
Huh. And do you think, like, is that something you worry for or scared about within this career?
Not necessarily. Yes and no. I mean,
you can't worry about it.
That's not really on my mind right now.
Yeah.
But it is on my mind when I'm sparring. I don't want to take a hard shot. I don't want to get knocked out. And I don't want to have any kind of CTE or Parkinson's or any kind of thing like that when I'm older.
Yeah.
But as long as I take care of myself now, I should be fine.
Hey, man. You know what's right. You know what to do. So just go with it, you know?
Yeah.
What is, like, your favorite, I don't want to say favorite part of the fighting game, but if I could say that, like, what is your favorite part of this fighting lifestyle and what you do? What do you take out of it and love about it so much that you personally admire about the game? It may be a hard question.
Seeing, well, there's so much that I love about it, but when you see these other fighters and I'm hanging out with them and talking to them, they're the most humble people ever, and you wouldn't expect that. Not that you wouldn't expect it, but you would think this person would have more of, like, a arrogant persona to them.
Like a cocky, like, you know who I am type.
A lot of them are super cool. They'll help you. They'll stop what they're doing and give you little pointers and tips. I like that. And I just love training, learning.
Yeah.
I guess it all goes hand in hand.
I'm not going to lie, bro. The first time I met you, or not even the first time I met you, when I saw you in the gym, bro, I did not think you were a fighter.
Really?
Not. Like, that was the last thing that, like, came across my mind. Like, you're humble about it. You don't let it be, like, known, but I think it's also...
So I don't believe in, like, boasting.
Yeah, it's bad karma,
like
I feel like.
Yeah.
Bad karma's going to come your way.
Yeah, I'm me. I do what I do. I train.
Yeah.
I don't throw it in people's faces. You know, I don't even, like, on my Instagram, you wouldn't, like I said, like you just said, you can't tell that I fight.
At all.
It's just me, pictures with my niece and nephew, me at the club or the bar. I only have 2 pictures on my Instagram of me doing martial arts.
And one of them was recently with your hair out, right? The training, you were training?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not so long ago.
Yeah, it was like a few months ago.
You keep mentioning your niece and nephew and your mom. You're a big family guy, it seems like.
Yeah.
Right? How much of a role does your family play in, like, who you are? And
huge.
Yeah?
Specifically my niece and my nephew.
Okay.
They're like my kids.
Yeah?
They're mine, yeah.
They're yours. Why does family play such a big part in what you do and what you're about?
Well, I mean, I think about, like, talking about my niece and nephew, like, I think about how I was when I was a kid and how I grew up and how I felt.
Yeah.
I don't want them feeling like that or thinking what I was thinking or going through what I was going through. So I try really hard to just be with them, be around them, crack jokes with them, pick on them.
Be there for them.
Just be there for them, yeah.
Huh.
Like, me and my niece, that's my girl. Like, that's my home. She's my sidekick. That's my little girl, man. Like, these bracelets I'm wearing right now, she made them for me.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. That's
my
awesome.
Girl, yeah.
Dude, I like to hear that, man.
Yeah. And my nephew too. That's my little boy. He's going through puberty right now, so he's acting a little tough with me, but that's my boy.
Hey, man, we've all been through it.
Yeah.
You just gotta let him be him.
Yep.
Be there for him.
Yeah, that's
be the
my
man
homie,
for him. You know.
Yep.
I'm sure they look at you as a role model, man. A role model for sure. Because
I hope.
like you said, like you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have a you in that situation. Like if you were in their positions.
Well, I didn't have a me until I signed up for the gym, Liberty Boxing.
What do you mean by that?
I didn't have anyone to look up to until I didn't have a positive role model until I started training.
Huh? And who was your role model when you started training?
It's my coaches.
Just your coaches?
My coaches, yeah.
Huh?
Like I wouldn't want to get in trouble in school because I didn't want it to get back to them. Like they were the people that I didn't want to disappoint.
Yeah.
As bad as it sounds right now to say this, like if I got suspended or I got in trouble, my mom was mad at me. It wouldn't really faze me. She's my mom. She'll get over it.
Yeah.
But then I have to deal with my coach. When I get to the gym, he's going to kick my ass. He's going to yell at me. I don't want that to happen.
He'll let you fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Straighten
He
your shit
will.
up.
Yeah.
That's good that you found that in that game, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So we just took an intermission and you were talking about how you don't let your family and close ones watch and witness your fight. Why is that? Why don't you let them watch your fight?
It just makes me more nervous.
Nervous?
Like them being there. It's like more pressure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it just, I don't know. I've been like that.
It push you more, no? It makes you more nervous?
Yeah.
Are you scared of them like I'm not in the most respectful way? Like ever?
I don't want them to see me lose.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. You don't want to see them you lose.
Like, I don't know, it's just different. Because specifically the way my mom is, I don't want to say anything like bad about her, but she's kind of like a spaz, and she could be negative at times.
Okay.
So if I was to lose this fight, and she was there, and then it's time for me to fight again, she would be like, well, you remember what happened last fight, or you know, you got to be careful, blah blah blah. I don't need that in my life. I don't need to hear that.
You don't need the negativity.
I don't need I don't need that.
Huh?
And only one girl that I've ever dated has come to one of my tournaments. Like when I competed in judo, she ended up arguing with me. I was like, go up in the stands. Like, I'm not going to talk to you the rest of the day. Leave me alone. Like you're ridiculous.
Yeah, you got to be in the zone. You got to be locked in.
Yeah, I got to be locked in.
So what happened? Like, what's the difference? Like, say if you lost but you didn't, how did your mom react to you winning? Is she very much more comfortable with it? You'd say
she was super happy.
Yeah,
super happy. Yeah.
Do you think you'd still not let her watch your future fights?
No.
No.
If I was to be in the UFC and I'm fighting for a world title, I don't want her there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
I'll bring the belt home to her.
Wow. All props to you.
I'll bring the belt home to her. I don't want her watching.
Because I know, like I said, McGregor doesn't like his kids watching it because I think he does it for, like, he doesn't want to see it, like, allow them to see their dad beating the shit out of someone. Do you care if someone else, like, say if, like, your mom was there, do you care if she literally sees you beat the shit out of somebody? Is that?
No, I don't care if she watches me beat someone up. But if for some reason I get hurt, I don't want her to see that.
Yeah.
And my niece, too. My niece, she watched it on her phone from the streaming app. And I knew she was watching it. And my niece, like, she looks at me like I'm her dad. Like, I'm her father figure in her life.
Yeah.
I'm like her hero.
Okay.
That was like nerve-wracking for me.
Because you know she's there.
She thinks I'm invincible. So I have to be invincible now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can't get beat up in front of her. You know what I mean? That's my little girl.
Dude, the whole time she was watching the fight, she was probably just waiting till you won. Like you said, you're her hero. She doesn't think you lose.
Yeah, I take her to training with me. Like, they're not in a summer camp or anything, so I bring the kids to watch me train, and she'll be like recording videos on her phone and then sending them to me like a day later. She's like, I forgot to send you this. I'm like, wow, like you're really like.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Dude, keep that bond, bro.
I took her to train in the gym in Philly, and she loved it. She loved it. I was soaked in sweat, just got my ass kicked. She was like, I wouldn't mind coming here again. Like, she loved it.
How old is she?
She's 9.
9?
Yeah.
She's liking it.
Yeah.
She's loving this shit.
She loves it, yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my little girl.
I love to hear that shit, bro. You can tell she means a lot to you in a very good way.
Oh, man. Those, like I said, they're my kids.
Exactly.
They're my kids. I don't care what anybody says.
Do you plan on having a family down the line?
so
Yeah?
many kids. I cannot wait to have kids. Yeah,
Damn, man. Big
Yeah.
family guy.
yeah. I want like 20 kids, bro.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of money you got to be making for the kids.
I'll make it happen.
Props to you,
Yeah.
bro. You're confident in yourself. Be
Yeah.
confident.
Yeah.
This question I'm about to bring up, I should have asked you this way earlier, but what is your favorite way to take out an opponent, or like your favorite strike or favorite technique to use against a fellow fighter to take him out of their game plan to win? I should have asked that way back.
Can't put my secrets out there.
You know what?
Nah, I'm messing with you.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. I like throwing kicks.
Mhm.
Like it's a teep kick, it's like a push kick. I like doing that to the you kick to the body. That'll air your opponent out, like empty out their tank.
Okay.
They get tired quicker.
What about the calf?
Liver punch.
Liver punch.
Left hook, yeah. Left hook to the body.
What? And that
That'll
fucking gets him?
shuts the body down.
How so? Why does it just...
It hurts. There's people that get knocked out from that. Not knocked out like they're
Really?
asleep, but they won't be able to get up.
I think I remember Joe Rogan talking about that.
Yeah.
If you get punched in the liver, you're kind of fucked up. If you do it the right way.
My first day of like fight camp, I was doing a one-on-one with my coach, and the kids were there. Hits me with a body shot, drops me in the liver,
Oh.
and I did 1,000 sit-ups in the gym that day.
1,000?
Yeah.
1,000 fucking
Yeah, because
sit-ups?
I was like, this was so painful. I don't want to feel that again.
Holy shit.
And I've been hit with them before. Like, he's hit me with them before and
Yeah.
dropped me with them. It hurts so bad. The worst pain.
The liver.
The
Where's
liver.
it? Right here?
Yeah,
Underneath the-
right here. It's like, it goes from like, right here, like, if you were to stand up, and I'll draw a line down your body, like from your shoulder right here. It'd start like right here, and it's like, I'm trying to think of the shape, but it comes to a point right here, like by the sternum.
Wow.
Yeah. So even if you punch somebody right here below their sternum, you're still hitting their liver, and they could still get aired out and dropped by it.
Huh.
Yeah.
And do a lot of fighters go for that type of hit? Do they go for
If it's open, there's some fighters that'll set it up.
What about the calf kick? That's like...
It's a newer thing.
Yeah, it's a newer thing. Like,
Past like 2-3 years.
yeah, I've been noticing that as well, because the past 2 or 3 years is when
Ben Henderson used it a lot. He was a former UFC lightweight champion. He did it a few years ago, and people were like questioning it during the fight. Like, he's kicking his calf. Like,
Yeah.
It's a serious
Can't
thing.
you hit a nerve and it just like almost shuts down your leg, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't know too much about that. I've seen it happen. Like, I think it happened to Sean O'Malley. That's
Oh,
what
did it?
matched it.
Well, they did it to
Sean O'Malley and Anthony Smith. He's a UFC lightweight. He kicked somebody in their calf, and it like hit the nerve.
huh.
And
Well, Poirier did it to McGregor so much. Was it their second fight? I think he did it all.
yeah, it was their second fight.
Second fight, he
It
kicked.
didn't hit the nerve though. It was just damage to the muscle.
Well, yeah, he didn't hit McGregor's nerve, but you could tell
Yeah.
that shit looks.
It
like
was wearing
fucking
down.
hurts.
Yeah,
Who
it does
is,
hurt.
Is it Tony Ferguson? You ever see videos of him just kicking metal
Yeah,
poles?
yeah.
That shit's nuts. What?
That's like shin conditioning, like to the extreme.
Yeah, like you have to have a body just to do that, like a certain body to do that.
Anybody can do that. Anybody over time, you build up stronger bones, stronger limbs.
Mhm.
You could say, like a lot of Muay Thai fighters in Thailand and that part of the world, they'll kick down banana trees, kick them down.
Holy shit! Did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah,
In Thailand, they do
in
this.
Thailand, yeah,
Wow.
to make their shins hard.
Wow.
So imagine being kicked by somebody that can kick down a tree.
Yeah, fuck that, bro.
Yeah.
They're
It's
breaking
like
your
getting
leg.
hit with compared to like getting hit with a belt
Yeah,
and then getting hit with a baseball bat.
big difference.
Yeah,
Fat difference.
yeah. And you can condition your hands too. I do that every now and then.
Do you? Yeah. What do you mean? Is that grip you're talking about?
No, make your knuckles harder.
Oh, and how do you practice that?
You could do jumping push-ups on your knuckles on like a tile floor. My knuckles are kind of jacked up right now. I was doing them in the sauna the other day.
In the sauna.
They got blistered. Yeah.
Do you do the sauna a lot for recovery?
I wouldn't say for recovery. I just do it. I like the sauna.
Fucking feels good.
Yeah. I'm in there like 30 minutes a day.
Now, the next question I'm going to ask you is a big question I ask every guest.
Yeah.
Every guest I ask this question. And I'll give you some examples. If you need some time to think about it, you can. What is one thing you know that is 100% real in the world? So, for example, Vinny's is love. He knows he knows 100% that the feeling and affection of love that you can have towards something or someone is real. Like the feeling of love is real. Marissa's is evolution. Like over time, whether it's bad evolution or good evolution, like everything evolves over time.
Yeah.
Mine, for example, is that I know 100% the Egyptian pyramids were not just human made.
Yeah.
It was more than just the average human making those fucking pyramids.
Right.
Like I know that.
Yeah.
What do you know is 100% real? One of the guests was science. I mean, it's the reasoning behind why everything happens. Is everyone usually has a different
That's
answer.
debatable though.
You think?
Science, yeah.
Why do you say
Some
that?
science can't be proven.
Do you have an example? I don't.
Big Bang can't prove that.
Yeah, you can't prove that. We're gonna have to send this to the kid who said it because
he's gonna try fighting me now.
Nah.
I don't know. There's so much. There's so much in the world that's real. I mean, negativity is a very real thing. Positivity is a very real thing. You want me to just pick one thing?
One thing. You can take time to think about it. One thing you know. What's others? Someone said consciousness is 100% real. Like you need a consciousness to register that everything going on around you is going on.
Yeah.
Everyone's is different.
I don't know. I mean,
take your time, brother. Take your time.
Someone said nothing.
Someone said nothing.
One person said nothing.
I don't think nothing is real. Because there's no such thing as nothing.
He
Like you can tell me
that.
I'm sitting here doing nothing, but I'm sitting down, so that's doing something.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with negativity because I have had to deal with a lot of that. So
Negativity is 100%
yeah. There's a
real.
lot of people, jealous people, envious people trying to bring you down, and if you don't know how to shake that, then you're gonna succumb to the negativity.
Well, I'll let you say positivity as well.
Positivity
think
too, yeah,
both
because
of them
they go
hand
back
in
and forth.
hand. Yeah. Like what would you even call that? Like a
Yin and yang, balance.
yin and yang balance
I would say the balance
is real. Huh.
Yeah.
You're right though. You're right. Like
100%.
there can be like
That's what balances our world.
there's positive energy and negative energy in the world. Like that is there.
You can feel it. Like for example, like why I don't want my mom coming to my fights. If I lose, that's negative energy right there.
Exactly.
That I'm gonna have to deal with.
Huh.
But if she just stays at home, I don't have to. I can feel it. I can feel it come off my mom.
You know it's coming.
She thinks the worst.
It's
And
your mom, bro.
Yeah, but with anything,
Yeah.
with that, she thinks the worst.
Huh.
So
Damn.
you can feel it. Yeah.
Gotta spread some positive vibes towards her, man. Positive vibes only.
Yeah. Well, that's I was doing that before my fight. She was nervous.
Yeah.
So what I was telling her before I went out there, I was like, I already won. I just have to go do it. Just a little positive energy for her.
Do you think that way as well, though?
Absolutely. What, negative or positive?
Like what you just said to your mom. Like, I already won. I just have to
Absolutely.
do it. You know you won?
I already won.
And do you think that...
Even if I lost, I still won.
You still won?
Yeah. Because I'm there. I'm there.
You lived it. You went through it.
Yeah.
You're actually...
And the people that support me, like, I won.
Yeah.
I won.
Huh.
And I said it in my Instagram post after the fight, like, nothing, like, what felt better than winning was the love and support that I felt. Like, I had people from high school that I haven't talked to in years, people I wasn't even really friends with, like, wishing me luck, congratulating me, like,
wow.
It felt crazy.
Was everyone that you told that you were fighting supportive about it? Like, besides your mom being negative or, like, not wanting you to fight because she's caring for you, you know?
Not everyone I told, but...
Yeah, it was like, how much was the support level there when you first announced you were fighting? Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm going to be an MMA fighter. How much, like...
It was there.
Yeah?
I have a couple people that didn't want me doing it.
You just got
There's one person, they sat me down one day and they were like, I feel like you're chasing a dream that it's too close to being unattainable. And I was just like, they want me to get a regular job. He's like, they offered me a job idea. Like, you can have a nice family, support a family, white picket fence with a dog, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I didn't respond to that. I was just like, all right. And I left.
Wow.
That's not the life I want to live.
Yeah.
So I just ignored it.
For people listening, what life do you want to live? What is your ideal? Extravagant? What do you mean by extravagant? What ideal lifestyle?
Just comfort. I want to be sad. Like, I'm gonna sound like arrogant or like I'm biting off more than I can chew, but like I'm not gonna be happy until my mom can drive a G-Wagon to the grocery store and flex on everybody. And I have my niece and my nephew swimming in my pool in one of my fucking 10 mansions.
Yeah.
You know, like,
nah, bro, I love that mentality.
That's what I want. That's what I want in life. That's what I want.
I got to show you to some people, bro, because I think the same way, and I know people who think the same way.
I know there's going to be people watching this. They're going to be like, oh, Chris, there's no way he can do that.
Nah, tell them, fuck off, bro.
Yeah,
it's your life, bro. Live your own life. Do what you want to do. You only live once, you know? I love the confidence. I love that lifestyle you want to get.
I'm 23. People think it's like, oh, just 23. You should probably start growing up. Like,
this is your growing up.
This is me growing up.
This is your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I even said that to my mom, too, because she's kind of unhappy. She says it all the time. She's like, I would love to see you go back to school, because she wants to see me be a physical therapist. Just because I know a lot about anatomy for someone who didn't go to school for anatomy.
Well,
I know a lot about the body. Yeah. So you would be a great physical therapist, blah, blah, blah. I was like, Mom, I can't buy you a Ferrari being a physical therapist.
Yeah.
She was like, you're right. I know.
She admitted to it. She admitted
you're right.
Because you can't. You got to do this type of stuff. You have to get out there in these certain ways.
Yeah.
Huh.
I even told the kids before I fought, because I don't know what they think, because they're still very tender-minded. But I was just like, I know you guys would rather be in a summer camp, and I know you guys would rather be swimming in a pool or doing this and doing that. Instead, they're coming to training with me. So I told them, I was like, I promise you, like, I will make it worth it for you guys.
Wow.
I said that before I left to go fight. Yeah, it was Friday. It was like around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I said that to them.
Bro. That's fucking deep.
Yeah.
Like, you're letting them know, like, this will pay off.
Especially my niece, too. Like, my nephew, he's a little distant. Like, he's just a different person. Mm-hmm. But my niece, like, I wanted her to hear that. I wanted him to hear that, too. But I just had to let them know it's going to be worth it.
Hey, man. They probably have so much belief in you and know you're going to do it.
Especially my niece, man. She sent me some text messages that the day of my fight. She's like, I know you're going to do good. You always do good when you're training. I love watching you train, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Damn, man. Your niece is a good girl, sounds like.
Yeah, that's my baby. It's my little girl.
Take care of her, man. You gotta take care of her. You're going to give those 10 mansions.
Yeah.
10 mansions.
Yeah.
What do you have to say if anyone is debating on whether or not to join the fight game or go into this lifestyle and this career? If you were looking at, like, you 2 or 3 years ago, there's probably thousands of them in the world, right? What do you have to say to them to be like, listen, like, you could, like, if I'm in a situation, I may be like, listen, go for it all. Like, you know you can do it. What do you have to say to those kids who are still debating it and questioning if they can do that or not? Because you entered it.
If you have to question it, I don't think.
You don't think there is questioning if you want to do it fully?
Yeah. But I don't know. It's variable from person to person.
I'm not going to lie. Ben, your dad said the same stuff about passion. It's your passion. When you have a passion, you don't debate, question, and nothing.
Yeah.
It's like the podcast. Like, I had no questioning about this. Like, you just do it.
You just do it, yeah.
Huh. You're right about that.
Like, my only regret is just not doing it earlier.
How early do you, like, joining the professional career?
Like, just fighting, like, devoting my time fully to this.
When do you think you wish you started?
Right after I graduated high school. Instead, I wasted 2.5 years in college. Wasted 5 years. I don't want to say I wasted 5 years working at this job, because I met great people, and they all support me with, like, my fighting stuff. And when I told them why I was quitting, they all supported it too. But I just feel like I should have got the ball rolling earlier.
Yeah.
You know?
You live and you learn.
Yeah. I just woke up one day earlier this year and I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. I had a horrible shift one day and I was like, I can't do this anymore. This isn't for me.
You turned it around.
I just turned it around.
On spot?
Yeah. It's weird the way it happened. Like, and that was part of my mindset going into this fight too. I was like, this is meant to happen. Like, I have no reason to be nervous. I have no reason to be scared. Because if I break down the sequence of things that happened that led to me stepping into that cage, no one could tell me it wasn't supposed to happen. There's no one in the world that can sit here and be like, well, you just got lucky, right timing, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, this shit was meant to happen.
Yeah.
I read this book called The Secret. Started reading that book.
The Secret?
The Secret by Rhonda Byrne.
Okay.
And I have not had a bad day since I opened that book. I finished it. I want to read it again.
How long did you read it?
I suck at reading. It took me like a month and a half to finish it.
Bro, trust me.
But since I read that first page, I haven't had a bad day. I haven't had a bad training session. I mean, I've got my ass kicked in the training sessions, but my mindset about it was so different.
What did the book talk about that made you
It's like you're in control of your world. You need to be positive. Everything that happens and everything that's happened, you brought into your life.
Huh.
And it really just changed my whole perspective on life. Everything. The Secret, yeah. So I read that book. I quit my job, trained all the time, and I just pretty much, I hate to say the word manifest because I sound like a hippie, but I manifested it. I summoned it.
I'm huge on manifesting. I think manifesting is one thing that people think's fake, but is very real.
It's super real.
If you just believe in it.
Yeah.
Like,
just believe. You just have to believe it.
Were you ever a big believer on like writing it down? Did you ever write it down? Like
I've done that a few times.
Be a fighter. I know a lot of people who do that as well.
I've done that a few times.
Huh. Wow, man. See, I would have never expected that. Like, you're real and authentic. You know, like since the day I met you, you're real, authentic. You're down to earth. You know what you want. Down to earth guy. But like, I think people like that story you just told about. Hey, you read the book, you quit your job. Like this was meant to happen. I think that specifically, I'm going to clip that, is going to inspire a fuck ton of people, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you just being here talking, saying all that stuff will.
Yeah.
Like, it will. Trust me. I've heard a lot of stories.
And even by telling people, like, for example, when I met my girl, I was like, I'm an MMA fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even have a fight yet.
But I
said it. So I'm an MMA fighter.
You are.
I said it, so I have to be it.
Yeah, you gotta live up to it.
It's like telling my niece, like she thinks I'm the man. She thinks I'm invincible.
Yeah.
So I have to be. I have no other choice but to be invincible.
And now you're gonna do the same thing, like you told her. It'll be worth it.
Nah, yeah, it will absolutely be worth it.
Fuck, man.
It has to be worth it now. I said it.
You said it. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
And you already did it with several other things.
Yeah.
I have no doubt in you, man. It will happen continuously.
I have no doubt either.
Man. You're gonna kill it, brother. You're gonna kill it. Well, listen, man. This was a hell of a good podcast, dude.
Sure was, man.
I'm hyped as hell you came on. I'm fucking happy as hell we had a great conversation. I think a lot of people are going to take a lot from this podcast.
I hope so.
They will.
You got to have me back on, man.
I'll have you back on.
It's my first podcast.
Dude, you can come on. If you want to come on, bro, whenever you want, you hit me with a text and you're on.
You got to have one outdoors so we can smoke some cigars.
I'm down for it. You mark my words.
Yeah.
Mark my words. We'll get that going, 100%. We'll make that happen.
Sweet, man.
On God. Is there anything you'd like to say before we sign off? To the people, to anyone else in general, to your mom, shout out your nephew, anything at all?
Shout out to my coach, Anthony Terrell.
Your coach?
Yeah, he really helped me a lot.
Anthony Terrell.
He did such a. I could talk. This will be an hour long if I talk about it.
Really?
Talk about him, yeah. But he really just changed me, like mentally. Like along with that book, he did such a good job at just putting confidence in me. And instilling this just thought about myself. Like we hear Mike Tyson talking about it with his coach.
Oh, same feeling?
Same feeling. Same exact feeling.
Because you know what Mike Tyson thought of his coach.
Yeah.
It was his role model. It was that man.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I brought that up in the podcast.
Yeah.
If you want, you can discuss a little bit about your coach. Or if you want to save it for the podcast with the cigars. It's up to you.
We can talk about it now. It's up to you. It's up to you. However much time you have.
Go at it, bro. Go at it. You can talk about him.
But yeah, I remember.
Your mindset.
Just by telling me like I'm good, like I'm good. He just keeps on telling me like, yo, like good job today. I'm proud of you. Like you did good.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll have times where I'm messing up. Like he'll curse at me, he'll freak out. But like that'll be like, all right, I don't want him to call me a bitch again.
Yeah.
I even told him that too. When I was drunk at after my fight, we were at the after party. I was like, I'll never forget the first time he called me a bitch. It made me so mad. It made me so mad. It made me I wasn't expecting it because we were running like a combination sequence. He was like, "That's not what I said, bitch." I'm like, "This motherfucker." He called me a bitch. I was like, "All right, well now I'm gonna make it perfect."
Damn.
Yeah, he did such a I don't know. He just changed me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember he sent me a video. You know who Kevin Samuels is?
Kevin Samuels, I don't believe so. You guys know? No.
He was like, I don't know much about him, but he sent me a Kevin Samuels video.
We can look him up.
Huh?
Do you want to look him up? We can look him up. Pull him up. Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, you can look him up.
Look him up.
But it was a video he had just talking about like just being the man.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, he sent this to me. He was like, I want to make sure you're good on and off the mat.
Okay.
Like, I want to make sure your mind is right. I want to make sure you're taken care of in life. Like I said, like, that's what a good coach is.
Yeah, exactly that.
And, like, that video Helped me out, changed a lot for me. And I texted him on Father's Day. And I said, Happy Father's Day. Thank you for making sure I'm good on and off the mats.
Wow.
And his response, like, made me tear up a little bit.
Wow.
I don't want to say what the response was, so I don't want to blow his shit.
Yeah.
But it hit me. And maybe it's me being sensitive or too emotional or whatever, but, like, it really got me.
Wow. Well, you...
No, he had a YouTube account. He was, like, a businessman. Yeah, he passed away this year. Rest in peace. Yeah.
This is him? Huh. Where's he from?
I'm not sure. I don't really know much about him. I watched a few of his videos.
Okay.
He used to talk about becoming a high-value man and just stuff like that.
I'm going to look into him.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
But, dude, that's crazy that on Father's Day that went down. So you can really tell, like, that is your man. It's like a father. Like, it's your guy.
I'll show you this video. I don't know if you can get it up there or not, but this is my favorite video from the fight.
Is it on a platform?
No, it's on my phone. All right, get it right.
I can see. If you send it to me, I can put it on.
I'll send it to you.
Like, not now. Like, yeah. That's him right there?
Yep.
Damn.
That's my favorite video.
Really?
That's my favorite video, yeah.
Bro, that's probably...
That video right there. Oh.
You're good. Wow.
Like, I watched that video. I put it on my story. I watched it maybe like 100 times.
What kind of feeling did it give you? What does it make you feel like? How come that's your favorite video?
I'm just so happy. And
he's there by your side?
He's there by my side, yeah. Damn. That kind of goes along with what he texted me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's always there for you, it seems like. He's
Yeah. Huh. And I'm a tough guy too. Like, I don't come to him with all my problems. I rarely even really talk to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know too much about my childhood and how I grew up, but he knows. He can tell just by talking to me that like something was wrong.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Huh.
And
he was there for you, took responsibility.
Yeah. Like he'll post me on his Instagram like my son's fighting now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you got to keep that guy around as long as you can. Anthony Terrell, right?
Yep, Anthony Terrell, he's the man.
I'm going to talk to you, Anthony Terrell. We'll have him here when we do the cigar podcast. I promise you.
Yeah.
And see how much he's changed you, bro. I'm sure he's gonna see this, and he's gonna see how much, like, I'm sure he knows how much you mean to him.
I appreciate him. Yeah.
But he's going to see like what your bond really is like. You know, it's gonna be a real realization for you both.
See, sometimes I don't even like talking about it.
Nah?
Yeah, I don't like talking about it.
Right. Yeah, but
I feel like I'm just being soft.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like
being soft, bro.
Like my one judo coach, I got him if he watches this, he's probably gonna. My judo coach, I look at him like he's my dad too.
Okay.
I got him a card for his birthday.
Card or card?
A card.
Okay.
I didn't give him the card. I wrote in it and everything. I never gave it to him.
Why not?
I don't know.
It was just a blockage. You didn't want to.
I feel like maybe there's a problem I have. Maybe I'm too. I feel like I'm being too vulnerable or something like that. I don't ever like people knowing how I feel. You're
not an emotional guy. You don't like.
I am emotional. I just don't show it.
You don't show it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know. That's just how I am.
Damn.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
That video, man, it's my favorite.
That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. You know, like that's like at the end of the day, they say like men can't cry. Listen, at the end of the day, every man cries. You know,
never cry.
Well,
never cry.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll be emotional for sure, but
maybe not the cry part. But
my judo coach told me like never let anyone see you cry ever. Never let anybody see you cry.
Show you're weak. Is that what he's saying?
He was like, imagine you're crying. Somebody tries fighting you. They're gonna fight you. They're gonna laugh.
Well, they're gonna think you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna think you're a bitch.
Yeah. So I've never, maybe like a handful of people see me cry. Like I teared up after my fight, and even then, like people saw me tearing up. I was like, fuck. I shouldn't be doing this.
You gotta hide this shit.
I was like, I gotta throw it away. I think it's something that's gonna make me not. You know.
Yeah. But that's how you're wired. That's how you think. That's how you. That's how you are.
That's how I am.
Live it, man. Express it. You be that way. Be that like warrior you are. And I'm sure like what's your judo coach's name?
David Osage.
David Osage?
Yeah, he's another character on him. You should probably have him on here. He's a whole other. This man's story is insane.
I'd love to hear a story.
This man's story is insane.
If you grab coffee, you like coffee?
Yeah.
Bro, if you want to grab a coffee with him, I'm down. I'll meet him. I'll do anything.
Sweet.
I'll do.
You can come to my judo school one day.
I'll
do the podcast there if you can.
I will. I can
Yeah.
bring. I can transport everything. Let me
Yeah.
know. I will bring everything there. I went to Manhattan for a podcast. So
With the French.
yeah, she works for the French Embassy of the United States. But bro, if you connect us, I'll talk to him. I'll do the podcast there
This
for
man
sure.
has a story to tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll listen to it. I will 100%. You have my word. I will be down for that, man.
Sweet.
100%. But yeah, I really think these coaches and you saying this, not even saying it, they know it. I feel like as if they know it already from what I'm hearing, that it's a bond you shouldn't break, which I know you never will,
Absolutely
but keep
not.
that growing. Keep evolving, because you're not only growing yourself with them, but they're growing as well. They're growing and you're growing at the same time, and it's almost like you're building an empire together. Keep those people around. Those are the good souls in this world that you need to stay attached to and flourish off of. I'm a big guy, and I believe in this, that like if you're around the right people, you can flourish in your own way.
Oh, absolutely.
So whatever
And
you're
when
doing with
around the wrong people, opposite happens.
you go down. You go down. So hey man, I love to hear it.
Yep.
I think they're gonna take a lot from that and really appreciate what you said. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we sign off?
I think that's it, man.
All set?
I can talk all day. I don't want to keep it running, you know?
We'll have another podcast.
Yeah.
Like you said, we'll have another podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
But everybody, Chris Molina, I'll leave his Instagram in the description below. Great guy. It was a great conversation. I hope you all take a lot from it. It's the Offscoring Odyssey. Signing off. Peace and love.